Today I came up with a crazy idea on how to make money, and I personally think it's fun. I don't know if my brother thinks it's fun, but if you've ever seen like a editorial or news story in some newspapers or a magazine or a website where they have pictures of things, maybe like an airplane, if you think about it, that newspaper did not necessarily create that picture. They hired a freelancer or paid for a freelancer to take a photo. So today I am at LAX with my telephoto lens on my backpack, and I'm going to be taking some great photos of airplanes. And what's interesting about this is when you do this, you never know if these photos will be worth anything, or if anybody cares for it, or if you even will get great shots. Or the great thing that I like about this kind of photography is that it is actually not a very easy thing to do. I literally am parking almost a mile away from where I'm going to be taking pictures, and it's because there's no parking allowed where we're going to be taking pictures. And so I think that's like the best thing when you have a natural restriction on what people can do. They can't go over there so easily. Most people are lazy, so they're not even going to take pictures there. All right, we're here at LAX right behind, and I've been taking a lot of photos with this big bad boy right here, and I must confess,
and I got my big bad boy.
And I got a lot of great photos, and probably more than 1,000 today. And Danny became kind of a grouch, so I guess I have to go get some food at In-N-Out, because he just didn't like hanging out here and watching airplanes take off. The one problem that I have today is that you don't get to see a lot of cool airlines. Like they had a lot of, before the pandemic, they would have like New Zealand, Kiwi Airlines, or Fiji. They would New Zealand. They have the Qantas, the Australian Airlines, and oh yeah, they have the German Airlines. What was it called? There are a whole bunch of nice airlines, the Virgin Atlantic, Virgin Australia, all those things. But not today. It's just mostly American Airlines, and also China cargo planes, and I think maybe some Taiwan cargo planes too. Other than that, that's the only airlines I saw today. But it was fun to take pictures, even though it's not too bad on the sun, right? You can't complain that it was too hot, right?
It's hot, and it's a long way. Look at this. We have to walk all the way
back here.
Because we walked almost the whole runway.
Yep.
Probably half the runway, or 3/4.
Yep. And right now I'm actually being productive because I'm waiting for an air.
And look at that. Across the street there's a golf course. And then to the left is, well, I guess you can't see it, but there's a defunct neighborhood that LAX actually bought.
Oh, I said it again because the microphone is not aimed at you.
There's a defunct neighborhood way over there, and they still have like the street lights and apparently the sidewalks, but I think they took out the houses that were there.
Yep. Yeah, you see it oftentimes when you take off. If you go into the Pacific or Hawaii, Asia, you can see those. I forgot what that neighborhood was called, but yeah, before the Jet 8s, people used to live right by the airport, right underneath it. Obviously, that doesn't work today. Anyway, gonna get some food, and maybe I'll take one more picture before Danny goes a little crazy, and I'll see you in the next video. So this is one way to make money. I don't know how much I made today taking these pictures, but I'll find out at some point in the future. Okay, so it's been about a month since I went to the airport to take a whole bunch of photos of planes, unlicensed them on Shutterstock, Dreamstein, and Pond 5, 3 major stock video and stock photo sites. And so how did I do? Was it worth my time? I mean, it took me about an hour and a half to drive to the airport, and then it took another 9 minutes to get back, and there was a lot of walking involved and setting things up. So how much did I make after I spent all of the time taking photos of planes? I made about $5.50. That's after 1 month. And now, granted, I also paid $400 for this new lens in order to take photos of the plane. So was it worth it? I think many of you would say on a ROI basis, of course not, it's not worth it. But actually, that's not the point of this. My view is I actually took pictures of the planes because I just enjoy it. So to me, if it's your hobby and it just happens to be something that makes money as well, then it really doesn't matter in the long run whether you make money or not, or whether it's profitable or not, that really doesn't make a difference in the end. So I think that's an interesting thing to consider if you're into stock photography. It really should be more of a hobby, because in many cases you're not going to make much money out of it, and any equipment you are likely to spend is going to be expensive, but don't expect that people are likely to reimburse you for the costs that are incurred in terms of all the expenses of buying great high quality photography equipment. Anyway, I hope that answered the questions as to whether it's worth it to take pictures of planes and sell the rights or license the images to various companies around the world. It is not if you're solely looking to make money. So subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. And click like on, smash that like button, it always helps.